All right, hold on. We're at a bit of a crossroads here. If you missed it, I just told you the story of the guy who primarily brokered the Live merger with the PGA. Odyssey.com rewind if you want it. We'll get to that again a little bit later. Fascinating. We are supposed to, Paul Serra Research Institute, both topics I want to do involve Paul Serra. Because I meant what I said last segment. I can't take any more to Miami Heat. I can't. As a sports fan, I don't want to watch tryhards. I want to watch stars. I want to be entertained. Watching the Heat is like going to the dentist. They remind me of the Pistons, quite frankly. Not the current ones, who you just turn the TV off. I mean, when the Pistons were winning a championship in 2004. No fun to watch. I don't want to watch tryhards. Undrafted free agent bums who all of a sudden go to Miami, take the zombie serum, and they're amazing. Like they're hooked up to an IV with Pat Riley's Forever Blood serum, and they get the Riles transfusion. Or Spoelstra does whatever witch spell he does. Like, I don't want to watch anymore. I don't want them winning this title. So there's that title. There's that topic. And then there's the Paul Serra Research Institute on your Detroit Tigers. Now, which one do you guys want to do? I will do both.
I really want to know why you just don't want to see the Heat win this. Is it because they took out your Celtics?
No.
Because that's what the people are thinking.
No, I blame the Celtics. I don't blame the Heat.
Okay.
No.
Then why?
Because when I watch, like the Super Bowl's a prime example. Philadelphia and Kansas City was a star-studded event. I'm all in. We watch college football. Bad news for you. When the tryhards get there, Georgia TCU.
Right.
Okay? You got to be the real McCoy. Why I watch the NBA is for stars and to be entertained. All right? I don't have a hockey equivalent because no one watches the sport in sum total.
So you're saying you don't want to see UConn beat Miami in the national title game?
Case in point. The NCAA tournament. FAU. Yeah, great. The FAU tryhards. I don't care. San Diego State. I don't care. Watching the Miami Heat with Gabe Vincent. Don't care. Duncan Robinson. Don't care. Caleb Martin. Don't care. Max Strus? Who? Don't care. Who's the other scrub-a-dub they bring in from Gatling University? Pete Highsmith or whatever his name is. I don't want to watch these people.
Let's say Kevin Love.
It's the guy that used to be Kevin Love. But here's the deal. You can hate on LeBron all you want, right? You can hate on stars. We can hate these teams and these towns, and we're Detroit. Guys, when I sit down to watch a game, I have bad news for you. There's not a single human being on this planet who has ever sat down to watch Jimmy Butler play basketball. Do I like Jimmy Butler? Yes. Would I gladly have him on my team? Yeah, he's a dog. But ain't nobody turning on their TV going, oh, honey, hold on. We'll finish this conversation later. Jimmy Butler's about to play.
He's not a Christmas Day prime time. No. We're going to put him in the commercial, in the graphic.
No. But the problem is, this is the worst basketball town in America, and I don't think anyone's watching the finals. That's why I don't think this is a good topic.
Nah. People are watching the finals. They're still having watch parties, man. Heck, my neighbor has one all the time out on his patio. Like,
too bad watching the Heat. You fall asleep at halftime. I mean, Paul, it's not personal. I mean, for your happiness, I hope your team wins. I want you to understand my view. They're unwatchable.
I don't know why, though. They're a great team.
Okay, all right. This topic's not going to go far with that attitude. Are they a great team, Paul? Are they?
I think, well, they're the best team in the East.
Are they? All right.
Well, they beat everyone they played, Mike. What else could they do?
Okay. Rico won't even look you in the eye as you're speaking. That tells you everything you need to know. This is a man of God. He can't look at you.
You know what? I can't argue with him because they did come out the East. I would like to say he's wrong.
Who won? All right. Was it the Heat winning or the Celtics losing? Let's be honest about this now. Come on.
Well, your team's soft, Mike. That's not.
And I'm aware.
Yeah,
I'm totally aware. Charmin, Celtics patch for next year on the jersey is going to be Angel soft. I know. It's okay. I own that. But I
guess if your star player was completely healthy, I'm assuming you would have won the game.
I don't even care. I can't watch them. The Nuggets I can watch. Jokic is marvelous. He's wonderful to watch. Jamal Murray's exciting. I cannot handle this team of nobodies. Look, people, let me ask you this question. When you hell, I don't even know if people watch sports at all after what our teams have done to us locally. When you tune into games that don't involve your team, what are you tuning in to watch? You're tuning in to watch stars and to be entertained, to be dazzled. You're tuning in to enjoy the wonderment of it all.
You didn't want to see Duncan Robinson flexing?
Look, I understand fully. Maybe Piston fans vibe with the Heat because the Heat are basically the modern Pistons. They're a team of tryhards. They're a team with, at best, a faux superstar in Jimmy Buckets. They got a bunch of flawed players and undrafted guys and cast-offs and has-beens and never-wases. And here they are. And they got a system, and it's Heat culture. And, hey, maybe you love it. I do not.
No, you're right, because I guess
the Heat are everything wrong with sports.
In a perfect world, like Butler would be the plan B, and somebody else would be the superstar.
1,000%. 1,000%. I still live in a world where Jimmy Butler should be Robin to Joel Embiid's Batman. But he can go down there, and they can have their motley crew, and here they are. And Paul's right. They may win this thing. I don't know.
Will they become the modern version of the Pistons?
Yes.
Because everybody hates the Pistons. Outside Detroit, nobody recognizes the going-to-work team.
Here is your once-every-20-year anomaly right here. Think about it. We're basically 20 years out from what the Pistons did.
You're right. Because everybody there, nobody respects the Pistons. But, yeah, to everybody else, it was just like,
and then
really?
Before the Pistons, what would it be? The 78 Sonics?
Yeah.
And before that, what would it be? Like the Bullets in 73 or whatever? What? Like, Rico, I'm just making a point. There's no one who watches this tonight and goes, oh, this is good theater now.
Is it an anomaly, though, when they were in the finals 3 years ago, too? Just almost this exact same team?
Oh, the little bubble deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing was an anomaly.
Oh,
but at least
bubble.
the Star won it.
Yeah.
But then again, you were in the Miami Vice jerseys, so I could watch it more. I love those things when they came out. I go, these are wild. Look, Paul, I guess the way for me, both things can be true. It's a great organization. It is. Spoelstra's incredible. What they've done is incredible. But I'm separating that from just watchability. All right? It's like the Tampa Bay Rays. They're a fabulous organization. What they do every year is incredible. They have no stadium, no fan base, no payroll. But they just keep cranking out players. Here's your problem. Nobody wants to watch them in the World Series because nobody can name a Tampa Bay Ray. Now, a loser like me can. That's different. But nobody's tuning in to watch the Rays. It's the same. Maybe it's a state of Florida thing. Maybe I think everything bad is the state of Florida. But
Yeah, but I don't understand it for the Heat, though, because the Heat have a good brand. Like, they've been relevant for 17 years.
But they did it with Dwayne Wade and Shaq and Stars and LeBron and Bosh. Yeah. This is... Paul,
a bunch of undrafted...
Paul,
players.
You're too close to it. No, I'm saying this is your team. You have every right to go, F you, give me the Larry O.B. I get it.
I'm just waiting for him to go, where?
He has every right. He has every right. But, look at tonight. We always say we want the underdogs until the underdog actually arrives. And then we sit there and watch it and go, ugh.
I've told people, you want the underdog to win in the first round of whatever. Wild card weekend, it's fun. First round of the NCAA tournament, fun. Well, you saw what happened in the college football playoffs.
Right.
The underdog won, and then it wasn't fun.
And here's the argument, too. When we look at this NBA Finals, you could say whatever you like. Unless you're a basketball fan, you don't know who the hell Nikola Jokic is. And the guy plays like he's in a 40 and over league. Yeah. Now, I'm a basketball fan. I appreciate the way he plays. I appreciate the passing, the footwork. I love the fact
when
that
he went coast to coast.
Yeah.
It was just like...
But here's the deal. It ain't Kevin Durant. He's not Giannis. He's not LeBron. He doesn't have a cachet to draw people in. It's the Denver Nuggets. Mm-hmm. If I ask America to name a Denver Nugget, and even if they know Jokic, they don't know another soul. You think they're going to name Braun?
I mean, you're right.
Caldwell Pope?
Unless you're a diehard fan, you're You probably haven't watched the Nuggets play this year.
There are people who tune on the TV and go, wait, Aaron Gordon's still in the league? And then on the other side of it, no one knows any of the Miami Heat.
No.
So my point is we're watching essentially the Final Four Part 2.
Right.
And it's killing me.
Right. I mean, because whenever I look at Duncan Robinson, I'm like, that was the guy that was at Michigan? And this guy, I mean, he belongs in the league now, but it's like, I never saw that at Michigan.
But here's the deal. The Heat are the roadmap for the Pistons, which is what kills me because I want stars. I want to have, video game players. That's what basketball is. But the reality is if the Pistons and Monty Williams are going to dig out of this hole, they need to go and get the Pat Riley injection, the transfusion where they take Ryle's blood and they put it into you. And then you all of a sudden unearth whoever Gabe Vincent is. Rico, you didn't even know Max Strus played for DePaul.
No. Are you trying to say that you want to see Going to Work 2.0?
I'm saying it might be your only option. Think about it. Unless Cade or Jaden Ivey are first-team All-NBA players, let's say they're just nice. What else you going to do?
Cade becomes Chauncey.
You're not bringing in free agents. You need to go out and find your band of renown, the motley crew, the Paul Serra All-Stars.
The Island of Misfit Toys.
Right. Basically, the Miami Heat are the backing band for the Ace Rothstein show, live from the Tangiers. What was that called? The Max, the orchestra. I can't. I hate them. And yeah, okay, you know what? Part of it is every shot these idiots took against my team went in.
There it is. I knew if we had this therapy session long enough,
Rico,
Mike, it's not your fault.
repeat after me. Max Strus, best shooter in history. I mean, I'd rather live in this air quality, apparently, than watch the Heat.
Tatum got injured. You could take that.
Nah, I don't play that game. Be better.
I mean, he broke his ankle. It snapped in two.
Okay, all right.
First
well,
play of
you
the
know
game.
what? Maybe if Jaylen Brown didn't play the game with his shoes on his hands,
Well,
we would have been okay.
Maybe his sub needed steak, too.
Maybe he needed a lobotomy like what Ray Liotta got at the end of Hannibal. Because by the end of the game, I was eating my own brain. I just want to know if people vibe with it.
Did you take that game all the way to the end, or did you just eventually turn it off?
No, I spite watched.
Okay.
I actually began having a monologue with the television and just like, yeah, there you go. Nice.
The dogs are like, he's just going to keep watching this thing.
No, that's where the dogs put their ass right to the TV. They can't do it. Rocky just turns it. He goes full cornhole mode to the TV. It's like when we were watching MSU this fall. Just ass to the TV when the defense is on the field. There's no point. But I'd love to know for Detroiters. Am I onto something here? Because I admit it. Without LeBron, without KD, without Steph, without something, this does not work for me. Maybe I'm a bad fan.
True,
But the Heat are giving you the roadmap. You're going to have to find players off of the scrap heap.
it could be the blueprint.
What other option do I have?
Well, we're talking about Marvin Bagley coming off the bench, scoring 10 points.
Max Strus. Jesus. Maybe the Pistons will sign Ben Carter.
Oh, there it is. Okay.